How do we start this show again?
You've literally done it every time.
Yeah, I know.
How many episodes have you done now?
Yes.
Like
Super fighting robot, Megadeth.
Brooks.
Super fighting robot, Megadeth.
Brooks.
I don't know. Maybe.
Welcome back, everyone. My name is Brooks,
I am Dan.
and with us today is a very special guest. Hello, special guest.
Hi. Oh, I introduced myself.
Yeah, sorry.
Got it. Hey, everybody, it's Mega Ran, and I'm here. And it's good to be here with this Xbox controller in my hand. It feels very foreign, but
Yeah, I know, right? It's not. I'm a
it's
dual.
different. I've been playing I played this on PS4 and on Switch. So that's the two that I've done this on. And, of course, the original, SNES pads.
Yep. No, and seriously, that was the thing Brooks and I were talking about in some earlier playthroughs, is that the Xbox Pro Controller is literally too good for these games.
Yeah.
Like, you need something that doesn't have as much of, like, an analog feedback. It's got to be like, hard plastic. It works so much better.
It's like what I imagined that motion capture controller for the Sega Genesis was back in the day, the one you have to stand and
Oh,
you
no.
have to kick and punch and stuff.
Do you guys actually remember the, it was at GameWorks, but I'm sure there were more than one of them. And it was very, very primitive early VR, where it was a fighting game.
Oh,
It was a whole room where you would have
Yeah.
a person stand at
Yeah,
each platform,
yeah.
and they would try and throw punches and kicks, and the in-game character models never responded
Oh,
properly.
no, it never worked right.
I always walked past that machine and went upstairs to go play Centipede or something.
Yup. I spent all my time on the Dig Dug machine.
Yeah, because they were cheap.
Yeah, and Dig Dug
Yeah.
is older than I am. Like,
Oh man. But
Okay, so what's going on here? Should we explain to the listener, to the viewership, what's happening right now?
well, it's in demo mode right now.
Well, the game is in
No.
game's in demo mode.
So for those of you playing at home, this is the first Mega Man X game. We've finally come down to this one after kind of playing through some of the later titles, and this game kicks a lot of ass.
Absolutely, super fun game. I remember when it came out, and just being a Mega Man guy, I was just super excited about it. Took me a while to get it because it was so expensive, and I remember having trouble getting my mother to get it. But I think I got it like maybe the next Christmas, and we rented it like 4 weeks in a row from
man.
Blockbuster.
Yep.
see,
It might have been one of the first games I really remember renting and keeping a long time.
it is definitely one of the first games that I remember playing, and this game might actually be a couple months older than me, which I'm going to find out right now. I love this game. Mega Man X was the first game series I ever got into. It was the first one I cared about to any extent. And this was like my first video game love as a child.
Oh, well, I should probably watch you play then.
I can do it in about an hour.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's pretty good.
I'm about 12 hours. So I hope you got enough podcast reel.
right.
We believe in you.
No, I'm more of a classic guy, definitely. I think just from my age and when I came up, Mega Man 2 was like the talk of the industry, kind of like X was as well.
Yeah.
And then and 2 made me go back and then play 1 and then play 3 and pretty much all the NES games. And then when this came out, I believe the same exact year, a new one came out for the NES. I don't remember if it was 5 or 6 maybe.
I thought it might have been 6.
Probably 6. I think it was the last one. Yeah. So yeah, it was a great time for me. But yeah, I'm definitely a classic guy. But I do enjoy a little X in my life.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when I was a Sega guy through the 90s.
Should I be playing now?
Yeah, go
take it
for
away.
it.
Let's go for it.
Yeah,
Yeah, no
go
worries,
for it.
man.
I don't know how much I can have an interesting conversation and platform, but we'll try.
That is a question we've asked ourselves every episode.
I guess that's the point of this, right?
Yeah.
The prevailing idea has so far been that I usually have wound up playing, and Brooks, who is
I'm more of a talker.
he's more of a talker, and
Okay.
he's very good at it. So-
Good. I'm glad we got a talker here. I would like to think I'm a talker, but I started streaming games on Twitch, and I realized that when I'm really in the zone, I'm like, man, this must be boring for people.
Oh yeah,
Because-
there have been moments of silence from both Dan and I sometimes because sometimes it's just
Yeah,
oh
sometimes
man,
you
I
just gotta
can't
concentrate.
I can't believe I died 3 times on this boss. I got to do it again, or oh man, that was close.
Yeah, like the anger can
Yeah.
just keep
Oh,
you
yeah.
silent.
And
Silent fury.
I really want to throw it out there. I mean, if you've watched any Let's Plays, you always hear it. You know, they always say you're complaining that the gameplay is not good enough, or that the commentary is not good enough. It's hard to play a game and be funny at the same time.
It really is. That is a gift. I mean, it's funny that I guess when the advent of like streaming and Let's Plays came around, people just thought, oh, you just play a video game for people. It's so easy. And then people realized when they try to do it that, it's not so easy.
Guess
No.
what, guys? Performing is not an easy thing to do.
No, it is not.
And
Nah.
even if Let's Plays are not necessarily the highest tier of performance, they are still a performance nonetheless.
Totally.
You still have to roll perform checks.
Absolutely.
6 seconds.
Every 6 seconds.
Otherwise known as every round.
Every round.
Absolutely.
Oh man. Yeah, I didn't get into this series until I moved here in 2001, and I got into Mega Man through Mega Man X because I ran out of Mega Man X games to play, and I was like, okay, what's going on? And I ended up getting the Mega Man Anniversary Collection on the GameCube one
Nice.
summer when my uncle, I was staying with my uncle, and I've been into Mega Man ever since.
I feel like before this collection came out, wasn't that like the only collection? Was that the last
the
one?
PS2.
Yeah,
PS2.
had
Yeah,
one,
yeah, PS2.
I own physical copies of 4, 5, and 6 for a while,
Nice.
and I still wish I had them.
Oh man, they go for so much money these days.
Yeah.
Holy cow. I have all the originals on Famicom. I picked them up in Japan.
Oh damn.
Grabbed every card I could find. No boxes or anything, but
Yeah.
I just wanted them. And I just think the carts out there look so much cooler anyway.
Yeah, they're a
Well,
little more
that-
streamlined.
And that was the other thing I was going to say anyway. Like, cool, having the box is great, but I don't believe in buying an entertainment product and not using it.
Yeah.
No.
So I'm not a collector. If something was made to be enjoyed, I don't think I could enjoy it if I put it on a shelf somewhere and just
Right.
looked at it.
It would break my heart seeing an unopened Chrono Trigger just sitting there.
Games are meant to be played.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's a hard, fast rule for me.
You gotta
Alright.
play it.
Remember this guy from our X3 playthrough? Dan does.
I
snap.
flexed on him real hard.
All right,
man.
now let's have it. Oh boy.
I like that in this second wave of I forget which I think Bandai's 66 millimeter collection of Mega Man stuff they've been putting out recently. The second wave they did another release of X, and they did Vile, and for like $50 you can get a blind box ride armor that will fit one of them.
Oh wow.
I really want one,
That's cool.
and by one I mean all of them.
The one thing I still want the most is the statue that you showed me.
Oh yeah.
Of X cradling the half of Zero as he dies.
Oh wow.
It's
I haven't seen that one.
It's
Yeah.
very well made. We'll put a picture of it up on screen. It's they put enough detail in it so that like even the X statue in that is beaten up and he's got dents and scratches all over him as he's cradling Zero's torso after he dies.
Whoa.
It's pretty brutal.
You never expect something that has drama to it in like a game collectible,
No.
and that has emotion in it. So, do you know the boss order, or do you just want to wing it?
I feel like it's Storm Eagle first, right?
It's usually Chill Penguin first, but you could use Storm Eagle first.
Well, I'll do Chill Penguin then. Let's do it.
Because you get the dash boots here, and that sets the pace for the entire game.
Dash is important.
Always
Yeah.
be dashing.
Always be dashing, everybody.
According to Coach Dan.
Coach Dan.
Oh, yes.
ABD, always be dashing.
Always be dash. I thought it was ABC, always be charging. I guess you could come up with one for everything.
ABC?
I usually see,
EFG?
I'm a Zero fanboy, so
Oh, yeah.
I can't charge.
So you can't charge.
It became always be dashing.
Oh man.
I-
I just beat Mega Man 4 on stream. Was it 4 the one when they initially put in the charge?
Was
I feel like it was
yeah.
3 or 4.
It's
it
either
was
three.
4. It was 4 because 3
yeah, 3
had the
added
slide.
Rush on the slide.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, they
3
added like one new thing each game.
3 is my favorite of the NES 6.
3's great. Yeah.
For all of the familiarity I have with the X series, you could throw the normal Mega Man series trivia at me, and I would get every question wrong.
Really?
Yeah, it's not that I haven't played all of them. I've only played a few, and the most of them that I have played, I've only played once.
Wow. We should have you play through the classics then on this show.
man.
Yeah, that's definitely something we have planned for sure.
All right.
We're gonna make him play through the Mega Man Zero games.
Oh yeah.
I
haven't even played all those.
I haven't either.
Man.
And that was something that we've talked about before. I never had the chance to own a lot of handheld hardware.
Okay.
My family wasn't into the idea of that, so
How do I get there?
I had to miss out on all of the Zero franchise.
Oh.
Yeah,
I didn't. Yeah, I missed a lot of those too. I didn't have a lot of the. Were they all 3DS or DS rather?
no, they were advanced.
So they were advanced. Okay, so I feel like I don't know why I missed those then.
they were. Well, they kind of snuck in under the radar a little bit
Okay.
because it is a continuation of the Mega Man X story, like 100 years afterwards, but the art style is super different.
Okay.
And it's pretty cool. It's Zero. Zero wakes up after 100 years, and X is now the bad guy.
Wow.
Or so it seems.
Maybe.
Yeah, but it's really good.
Okay.
The music is. They kept the really rad tight platforming and all the stuff that everyone loves about playing with Zero, and they just made it into
Nice.
this really dramatic,
Oh gosh.
super anime kind of thing.
And the music is the one thing I have been able to confirm because
I heard a bunch of the music and I loved it. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Brooks, it doesn't spoil anything for me to hear the music, so he played some of the soundtracks. Like even one of the soundtracks from the climactic ending.
Oh yeah.
And I am very much looking forward to it because the soundtrack bangs. It's so good.
Yeah.
And they released some pretty rad remastered ones too, because the Game Boy Advance audio doesn't sound terrible, but it's not.
So you need a special power up to break those.
Okay, so I gotta come back for that.
Yeah,
Oh no, my guy's gone.
it's all right.
All right.
And yeah, talking about remastered or re-recorded versions of Capcom music, it's something I've only recently been introduced to, is that Capcom actually really cares about a lot of their soundtracks to the point that they have like jazz bands re-record soundtracks officially.
Yeah.
And those are rad. And then of course,
I like the weird.
the guest we have on the show, also
Smooth jump there. Wow.
We'll edit that in post.
Yeah. Totally. We'll get that out of there.
But that was rad to me. I heard that you work with Capcom in a pretty official capacity for some of the stuff that you've done.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up a Mega Man fan, and just I think it was maybe the 15th anniversary or 20th anniversary, 2007. I started working on a Mega Man tribute music project where I would remix some of the songs and make hip-hop tunes out of them. Because like you said, I heard jazz bands play them, I heard rock bands play them, I heard like electronic music versions, but I didn't hear any hip-hop versions of the stuff, and I was like, well, let me try something. Turns out it hadn't been done, and put it on the internet. Not even intending on getting Capcom's attention with it. I just kind of really wanted to stay away from Capcom.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're afraid of the C&D,
Yeah,
right?
I wanted the complete opposite of what I got. So next thing you know, I get an email one day from Capcom, and they're like, "Hey, we want to talk to you about this Mega Man project." And I'm like, how did you find this?
Well, the fact that their lawyers didn't contact you is actually the best possible outcome.
Oh yeah, like it was the best possible way it could have ended. Like I had a guy and I was like, "Wait, you're from Capcom? What do you do?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm with the community division, and we just kind of shine a light on cool fan art. That's it." So when we see really cool things happening on the internet that involve our IP, we shine a light on it and talk about it. So we heard your Mega Man album and we really love it. And I'm like, what? For real? And so it was a month before Comic-Con was going. Oh, God. Comic-Con was going down. We can edit that in post. Now, do I have another life? Yes.
Dying is
Good.
okay. It's part of the game.
It is part of the game. I think one thing that never changed from Classic to X is dying the first time you fight the boss.
Yeah.
Just to kind of get a feel.
You go in
Yeah.
half cocked too, you know?
Yeah, you
down
don't-
on HP.
Yeah, you don't refresh anything. You're just like, look, I got to go in there half armed up and just see what happens.
Yeah, I'll
and then you
intentionally
figure it
throw
out.
myself at the wolves sometimes just so I can do it. I can do it the way I want.
You got to do it right. Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to come in full energy, full everything, and get it done. So I get this. I start talking to this guy from Capcom who says to me, Comic-Con is actually coming up in San Diego. Your album's getting a pretty cool amount of buzz on the internet, and we would like you to come to Comic-Con and maybe just sign some stuff, like at a booth.
Okay.
And I'm like, wait, what?
Did you think you were dreaming?
I absolutely thought I was dreaming. Like,
That's gotta be so cool.
this can't be real, you know? Like, I've heard about Comic-Con, read about Comic-Con, but I'd never ever been involved at a Comic-Con or anything like that. And then it became kind of a big part of my life after that. So, oh shoot. So next, he's like, yo, let's do an interview on the website. So we do an interview on Capcom's website, just talking about the album and talking about how much. Oh no, I thought he was gonna hang on the top. No. Oh, this is embarrassing.
It's all right.
Oh, at least it's not game over. All
Yeah,
right.
man.
You should watch my X2
Yeah,
playthrough.
trust me.
Oh shoot.
That's
So,
really embarrassing.
Of the
Okay.
things that we've released so far, the only one that we've done well at is X4. I
regularly play that one.
beat X4. We did it in under 3 episodes.
Mine was a little longer.
Wow.
But no, my X3 playthrough wasn't much better than your X2 playthrough. Like,
Oh yeah, no.
we
it
both
was-
struggled, but we crushed X4. So don't worry.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're on a show where the standard was set.
Like,
Just dying
early,
dying in the first
early
like 3
on.
minutes.
Okay. All right. Good to know.
Yeah.
So yeah, they invite me to Comic-Con. I do that, and man, I think let's see. From there, we didn't have any official relationship. It was just kind of these guys at Capcom like what I do.
Yeah.
And that was good enough for me. But then I get a phone, maybe an email from a movie maker who's working on this film about like game addiction, and the movie's
wow.
on Netflix. Something I know nothing about. So
Trying to slip that one by us, huh?
yeah, I was like, well, I don't know. I don't really relate, but okay. So the guy's like, yeah, take that, you penguin. So yeah, the guy's like, hey, we want to use your song. I had a song called "Grow Up," which sampled Woodman's theme. It was that
tight.
same kind of melody. And he's like, we want to use it as our ending credits theme. And I was like, oh, what? That's cool. That's like a lifelong dream to have your music play at the credits. So did that. And he's like, oh, well, let's just to be, safe here. Did you have any licensing paperwork from Capcom that we can, show to our lawyers? And I was like, licensing? What's that?
Yeah.
Paperwork?
I do
What's
this for
that?
fun.
I was like, this all sounds very official. Nah, I just got a couple of MySpace messages of them saying they think I'm cool. And and he's like, well, no, we can't do it on this. We're gonna need some. Now is it?
So there's a couple ways you could do this.
What's the recommended path?
So I usually go Storm Eagle, even though Chill Penguin's ability isn't his weakness, because he's easy to kill with the Buster, now that you have the dash boots. Because if you beat him before you go to Spark Mandrill stage gets easier. So I recommend going Storm Eagle next. That's what I do.
Okay, I feel like that's what I'll do. All right, let's go.
Storm Pigeon.
So where was I? Oh yeah, so I'm doing this thing. We're working on getting paperwork from Capcom, and I was like, oh, that's never going to happen. So good luck. And he's like, let our lawyers handle this, and we'll talk to them and we'll come back to you. And next thing you know, I get an email maybe a couple weeks later from Capcom that says like, here is your gift. Oh God, your gift from Capcom. And I'm like, what gift from Capcom? What are you guys talking about? And in the email, there's a full license for me to use Capcom's music in any of my projects as I see fit.
That's
Oh, that's
so
rad.
cool.
So that was insane. Again, not something I expected at all. And just kind of really caught me by surprise, but it was something that I've been able to kind of use to continue a really great relationship with Capcom ever since then. And they put it in the movie, and then Mega Man 9 came out maybe the next year.
Real quick, can I interrupt you?
Uh-huh.
If you want to go back a little bit, there's
Ooh.
a heart tank we can get.
Oh, that's
If you want
right.
to dash off one of those platforms to the far left and just keep going, there's a heart up there.
Aha. Okay. That does feel familiar.
So just
okay,
towards the
so-
top, just dash
Oh,
and go.
all from the top.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, shoot. Okay.
Cool. I'm sorry. Please continue.
All right. So yeah, so we're going through some cool things with Capcom. Next thing you know, I'm like the officially licensed Capcom rap guy, which totally caught me by surprise. It's not something that I set out to do or planned. It just totally just happened from doing a cool thing that I thought would stay under the radar, and it did not. That's when I learned the full power and reach of the internet, and it was through talking to Capcom about that. And here I am now, the Capcom rap guy.
That's awesome. You can also take that elevator up to get a sub tank.
The Rapcom to Capcom.
Wait, up here?
Yep. If you stand on it and hit the up button, it should start rising. Boom.
Yeah.
Well, I love hearing stories like that because I've heard too many tales of video game companies that love to hit artists with the C and D whenever they produce something.
Yeah.
And I love that we're getting into an age where a lot of these companies are finally acknowledging the power of the internet and working with their fans in a capacity that matters.
Yeah.
People love being involved in things they care about.
Absolutely. And that's Capcom was kind of ahead of the curve on that, I got to say, because in 2007 when this all happened, like I didn't see a lot of people doing things like this, and a lot of folks that I'd known of were getting shut down on the internet after things like, doing fan art and fan works and things were definitely a big thing that were getting people into some legal trouble. So I honestly expected the worst, and I thought, okay, they're going to shut me down. I'm just, worst case scenario is a cease and desist and not being able to, put the music out anymore. But, even worse than that could be, legal action. And I can't afford any of that.
Nobody can.
Well, I have a lawyer in my band.
Yeah? Well, that's pretty cool. But yeah,
And you probably still can't afford their services.
No, I can't. Well, I mean, as long as he's defending me during band practice, that's fine, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I've had some friends that have had aspirations like that, but I've never actually met anyone that's done that. So
that's the crazy thing, is that wasn't even an aspiration. It was just like me trying something.
Yeah.
And then some cool things happen. And that's it. There's something down here, right?
Yeah, you want to get right up there and you can break those propane tanks, whatever they
Taste
are.
the-
Jet fuel tanks.
Wait, what do I
taste the
use
meat,
for
not
this?
the heat.
You just keep
Sephiroth.
shooting, it'll break.
Oh, if I just keep
Yeah. Well, I like stories like that just warm my heart so much because I hope that it continues in this direction. And as time goes by, these companies are just going to be more willing to engage their community and care about the things that people make about beloved properties.
Yeah. I think, and it turned out pretty well with Capcom because they're like, hey, we can obviously see that you're a fan of this. It's not malicious in any way. It's not something that's offensive to us or our fan base, So, yeah, we can see the true love in it. And a lot of corporations don't take the time to see that. They're just like, oh, this person's trying to make a living off of our copyright. Let's get them.
Yeah.
And it's not always like that.
Contrary to popular belief, some people do have soul. They're trying to do things just because they care about them.
Yeah.
What? Poppycock.
And that's
Pass me that bowl of dollars.
That's okay.
Oh man.
I actually
I'm scared of this guy.
a few weeks ago, Ryan showed me a video. I don't know which convention it was at, but I think the composer of the Dr. Wily stage theme came on stage while you did one of your songs.
That was super cool.
That
was at MagFest in DC.
Okay.
Oh, shoot.
How rad was that?
That was a life-changing experience. I mean, Takaishi has not made a lot of music outside of that, but that was something that has totally defined a generation. The Dr. Wily stage music. Oh,
So you got that extra life. You got that one left.
yeah. I think I got two now, so I got one.
I'd heard that
Yeah.
song before I had played Mega Man 2.
Really?
Its reputation.
That
Yeah.
cheated it. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you didn't even have to play the game to know, oh, this is a great piece of music. Oh, and then One Up comes back. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, all of the NES soundtracks in particular, I just listen to all the time.
Oh yeah.
Mega Man and Sonic and stuff, and Sonic soundtracks were my gateway into the rest of music.
Nice. And that's funny because at that time, a lot of those musicians weren't like paid or credited like musicians would be.
Yeah.
No, not
You
at
know,
all.
a lot of that, they didn't consider that stuff to be music, like musical compositions. And like now, those are our classics. You know, it's kind of strange to say, but
Yeah.
kids who grew up in gaming, it's like those are our music classics. You know, it's the Super Mario theme or the Sonic stuff.
Yep.
Like all that stuff is our generation's classic rock or whatever. You know,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
There should be a lesson that like transcends generations, and you can put down artists all you want, but everything always comes back around. When people make something they care about and other people pick up on that, like even if they don't care at the right time, they will care about it at some point, and that's rad to me.
That is a great lesson to learn.
And now it's time to kick this purple pigeon's ass.
All right, Pigeon. Oh boy. Yes.
I like that a lot of these
Far easier with the dash.
a lot of this particular style of boss attack has kind of maintained itself through the Mega Man, like Mega Man X and beyond. I mean, not in like Legends or anything like that.
Well, Legends didn't have the capabilities to pull that off.
No, Legends had big stompy robot bosses, or
Yeah.
or really obnoxious. But then again, that's anytime a boss is your size, you know,
They're more dangerous.
Yeah, that's Doom.
the classic Dark Souls lesson
Yeah,
for me.
no. It's as big as a building. It's no problem.
Yeah. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Spent a lot of time
pretty
with
tough,
one,
but
with
that's
one
no
health
double.
bar.
Yeah, I know, right?
This was-
writing that last line is
Oh! Yo! He got me. All right, all right. Now
so
that we're
what
full.
what would you say is the Mega Man game you like the least?
Mega Man Soccer.
That's been the butt of a couple of jokes on this show.
It's a very
Yeah.
easy answer, but I respect it all the same.
Yeah.
Oh man, I tried to play that game. I was in a streak where I was just like, all right, I'm going to play every single Mega Man game ever until I at least beat them or just develop some sort of an affinity for it.
Yeah.
And that was the one where I was just like, I can't find anything positive about this game. It's just excruciating to play.
It's soccer, but not good. with
But not
Mega
good.
Man.
Yeah. Soccer, just not good, not fun, but it's Mega Man.
Yeah.
If I can't
that was
say
me with
that,
Battle and Chase.
okay, I would say, I mean, I wasn't huge on Mega Man 8.
Yeah.
It took me a little while to get into it, I guess, but even then, even when it first came out, I wasn't really big on it. I just didn't think it was as fun as the previous games.
It felt a little slow.
Yes, that's a big thing, the speed of it.
Yeah.
7's a little slow too, but I
Yeah.
think 7's probably slower than 8 for me.
Yeah, but I
think
listened to
seven's the tighter experience, though.
yeah I listen to the 7 soundtrack more than I do the 8.
Okay, I can see that. What is your least favorite Mega Man?
X7.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
yeah.
as far as the classic games.
I was gonna say, are we talking all of them or just the
May as well be all of them.
Yeah,
I mean,
might as well
we're
be all
playing
of
X right
And
now.
if it's all of them, 7 by the widest margin.
Yeah, X7 was pretty much it made me sad. But we are approaching the end of this particular episode, so you're gonna have to tune in next time.
Oh,
to,
shoot.
To see what happens next.
What happens next?
What happens next?
We don't know.
Bye.
Not there.
Yeah, let me tell you something, brother. You load the podcast with the rocket fuel, and you start the Mega Powers, and you hit that subscribe button. Ooh, I'm not gonna rip my shirt because it's the only one I have right now. Subscribe.